All right, hey guys, welcome back to another legendary video. So we've got Matrix. Now today is August 4th. It's Gen Con currently. Um, I am just as surprised as you are. So I happened to take the day off of work, went down to went to go see a Spider-Man thing, this exhibit that we've got in town, and then I decided to go to a local game store that's downtown. And sure enough, I see this on the shelf, and I wouldn't have bought it except you can see right there, it was $40. I don't know. I did like a triple take. I don't know why this is so much cheaper MSRP, because even the online stores, it MSRPs for 80. Most of the online stores have it for between 60 and 70. So I was like, I'm buying this. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I picked it up. It's here. So we're going to unbox it. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Um, yeah, I don't even have sleeves for. I did not anticipate buying this. Like this was not on. This wasn't something that was on my radar today. I just was gonna go in that store to check out what they had. Um, yeah, completely bought this retail just fine. And yeah, let's take a look here. I know that this has standees, which I don't know how that's going to play into anything. I don't know how the rules are different. But yeah, it says 500 playable cards, rulebook, playmat, 3 tokens, 9 standees, 60 dividers. All right, let's take a look. All right, so you have the rulebook here, which is, let's see. I'm not going to get into a lot of the rules and stuff, but wait. Playing a campaign. Ooh, okay. There's some keywords in here. Again, I'll kind of go into some of that stuff when we start playing it. But there's a time track. Okay, anyway. So let's take a look here. Here are the standees. So it looks like we have Morpheus, Neo, Trinity. No, I know these other people. Is this, what's her name? So like Niobe or something? Does it say in here? It's been a while since I've watched The Matrix. Does it have? So I wonder if these are the heroes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So yeah, okay, so the sorting guide here has 35 unplugged cards, 25 There Is No Spoon, 5 Free Your Mind, 13 avatars, 5 hovercrafts, 40 strikes, 19 part of the system cards, 12 act cards, 9 trader cards, 3 secret. Okay. Each of the following heroes has 14. Morpheus, Trinity, Tank, I don't know how to say this, a crew, Neo, Reloaded, Morpheus, Reloaded / oh, it's when they are. So the Matrix for Trinity, the Matrix for Morpheus, Morpheus, Reloaded / Revolutions. Same with Trinity, Neo, Ship Captains, Niobe, Link, and Defenders of Zion. Okay. What the time track? Time tracker represents how long the resistance has before the machines win. It starts at 10, and if it reaches 0, the players lose. Double-sided acts. Each act has a part 1 and part 2. Each game with act 1 and part 1 is complete. You flip it over to do part 2. Okay. Again, we'll kind of get into it more so when we get down to when we do a playing of it. But anyway, here are our standees. Pretty rad there. So we'll get into those in a bit. We've got the playmat here. So let's take a look at the playmat. Oh, it's nice and thick too. Oop, sorry about that. So very much similar, so we've got our time track here, which is the new thing. We've got the dock, Zion, which is like our deck. Defeated heroes is like the KO pile, basically. Combat zone, here's your rooftops, buildings, alleys, streets, subway. This is where we scan to reveal, alien. Operations, acts. Acts are going to be probably like the objectives. In the Matrix is like looks like it's the, what do you call it? From encounters, alien encounters, it's like your scenario thing. Matrix deck, defeated enemies, strikes, discarded challenges and events. Hovercraft, which is like your like 2 recruit cards. Turn structure, matrix phase, draw a matrix card, keep it face down, so that's going to be here. Action phase, play cards from your hand using recruit, scan, and fight, using them to do those things. Strike phase is the enemies in the combat zone attack you. Clean up is to do it and redraw 6. Okay, so pretty straightforward. Nice thick playmat. This is a really nice playmat. I'm going to set that aside. Dividers. Standee, things for your standees. So, and I do like this art style quite a bit. So here is like Morpheus, standee. He fell. All right, let's get into it here. All right. I'm bumping stuff. Okay. All right. So, oh my goodness. This looks like it has some avatars here. So let's start with this. If I can get it open. And again, I don't even have sleeves for this game, so I don't even know what the heck I'm doing here. I was not anticipating this showing up. Or not showing up, but just it being there. Okay. So, we've got... Oh, that's cool. It's like a double-sided avatar. Okay. So here... Okay. So Thomas Anderson... it looks like it's like 5 and 12. The Matrix has you. You begin the game in the Matrix, and with your free mind card out of play. That must be the special card you get in your starting card associated with your avatar. At the end of your turn, if you're in the real world, remove to the Matrix. When Act 2 begins, move to the real world, put your free your mind card on top of your deck, and turn this card over. And then you turn it over, and you're Neo, and it says that's why it's going to work. Act 2, you get +3 attack when you draw a card, and draw a card. Act 3, you get +5 attack, and then start on the other side. Okay, huh? But they all don't do that. So we have Morpheus, we have Trinity, we have Switch. Oh, that's the other avatar. One of the other avatars. We have Mouse. That's another avatar. APOC. Neo. Morpheus. Trinity. Niobe. Soren. Roland. And then another Neo. Huh. Okay, I won't get too into these because this video is going to last forever. But let me know... yeah, this is going to make more sense when we start doing gameplay, so... Okay. We've got here... Oh, this is Free Your Mind. Resolve your avatar's ability for the current act. Huh. So they all have this card. Maybe? I don't know. Interesting. And there's 5 of these, so I'm assuming each player gets one somehow. Okay. Unplug. Hero. Oh, this is your recruit cards. So this is your standard recruit unplug. So you have to understand most people are not ready to be unplugged. This is your 1 recruit 0 cost card. So there's that. So the course is going to be a bunch of those. And then we have There Is No Spoon, which is our attack card. That artwork's pretty rad. It's green, so it looks, the green screen's gonna do that. Do not try to bend the spoon. That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth. So those are our standard starting cards there. Oops. These are the hovercraft cards, which have coordinate. Oh, and they all different artwork. Oh, this is cool. So the Nebuchadnezzar. I can't ever pronounce that right, but that's one of the ships. So it's coordinate, 2 recruit, but that's our hovercraft. We have another one here, the Vigilant for the yellow one. The green one is the Mjolnir. The red one is the Caduceus. I'm sorry. And then the last one, the blue one's the Lagos. Those are rad. There's only one of each, or is there more? I wonder if there's more. How many hovercraft cards are there? There's 5. So there's just 5 of these. Interesting, and we have one of each color. So we have Morpheus cards. So one of his commons. I've spent my entire life looking for you. 2 recruit. You may scan any space. If there are no face down cards in the matrix row, you may draw a card instead. That's awesome because you can still get an effect off of it. His next one's Welcome to the Real World. 2 recruit. If you play a yellow hero, you get 2 more recruit. We have his uncommon here. This is the Morpheus for the Matrix. You think that's air you're breathing. 3 attack. Once his turn, you may choose a player in the Matrix and heal their lowest damage strike. Play a red hero. Once his turn, you may heal a strike from a player in the Matrix. So you can, I assume you get both effects. So you get one effect, heal the wound, but then if you have another one, or heal their lowest strike. But then if you do the red effect, have a red card effect, you heal any other strike. So I think you can get 2 off of it. And then we have EMP, which is his rare. Sacrifice, defeat a machine enemy. I'm assuming sacrifice works in the same way it does where we just KO it, like we would from the from Marvel. Sacrifice may be in some other of the games too. We'll look at the. If a card has sacrifice, you may defeat it, not just discard it, and put in and get the sacrifice text. You can also play the card and get its attack and recruit, and then sacrifice ability later during your action phase. You do not have to use the card sacrifice ability. So it starts off with 5 attack, and then you can sacrifice it to defeat something for free. All right, let's do Trinity. This is her Matrix. That's her uncommon. Okay. So here's her first common. Your men are already dead. 2 attack. At the end of your turn, if you defeat at least one enemy this turn, draw an extra card. When you draw your hand, that's great. Love it. We think you're bugged. 1 attack. Choose a player. You may defeat a card in their discard pile. If it's a bug, you and that player each draw a card. If you are that player, draw 2 cards. Okay, so I'm only second hero in, but we've got a card that can kill stuff. That my one complaint about Alien is that you can't get rid of cards easily. You can't kill them or KO them. In this case, is defeat them. So it would remove it from, because that's defeated. Yeah, to remove it from your deck, you have such a difficult time doing that. So I'm hoping that these cards can do that more often, because that's the biggest complaint is you can't get that row to refresh because there's no mechanism like a Scheme Twist that puts the card from one of the cards in the city or whatever underneath the deck. So you just have so many things. We've got her uncommon Knife Throw, 3 attack, coordinate, and coordinate again, same as it's always been. You borrow it that turn, but if you're playing solo, does it say in here? If you're playing solo or other players that have been defeated once per turn, you may discard a card with coordinate to draw a new card. And then we have I Love You. 3 attack, 3 recruit. Sacrifice, choose a player and heal up to 3 strikes from them that they draw 3 cards. So that would be yourself. All right. We've got Tank here. To recruit operator. Once this turn, you may move a player to the real world. Combat training. 2 attack, coordinate. Straightforward there. I do like this artwork a lot. It's a trap. Get out. Uncommon. 4 attack. Look at a card face down. Look at a face down card in the matrix row. You play a black card. Once this turn, you may defeat a card in your play area or discard pile. Okay. So KO stuff. And then Breakfast of Champions. 2 attack, 2 recruit. Once this turn, choose any number of players in the real world and heal a strike from them. Still heal a strike from them each. So just be yourself in that case, if you are in the real world. which again, I don't really know exactly what that means. The Nebuchadnezzar. Isn't that how you say that? Nebuchadnezzar? The letter is like, there's so many consonants here, I'm confused. So we have Dozer. 2 recruit, you may heal a strike from any player. We have Mouse. 1 attack, 1 recruit, choose any number of players to each draw a card. We have Switch. Uncommon. It says when you play this card, choose to get 3 attack or 3 recruit. So it's almost like Versatile from a Marvel. And then we have APOC. 4 attack. You may gain a hero from the dock and put it into your hand. Now that's great. But they're all different colors. So like green, black, green, and blue. You need a blue card for this. You have to have another. I mean, to utilize that effect, you need another blue card. Okay. We have Neo from Reloaded. So the first common is Brawl. You play a red card, you get +1 attack. You get +1 attack, get an additional +1 attack for each enemy in the combat zone. We have doing his Superman thing. 2 recruit. Once this turn, you may move to the real world. Play a blue hero. You may scan any space. If there are no face down cards in the mixed row, you may draw a card instead. I like that. I like having that option that if you have everything revealed, then you still get something. The bullets are inside. Our bullets are still inside. It's Neo. This is ooh. Play a red card. Count the number of red heroes in play, including this one. You may heal up to that many total strikes from among any number of players. And then finally, we have I'll handle them. 6 attack, play a green card. Count the number of green heroes in your play area, including this one. Avoid that many of the next strikes any player would draw this turn. Enemies have that much minus attack this turn. Interesting. All right. We now have Morpheus again, but this is Morpheus from Reloaded/Revelations. First card here is some of you believe as I believe. You and each player in the same place as you, real world or matrix, draw a card. So basically you just get to draw a card if you're playing solo. Towering Leap. 2 recruit. Once this turn, when you gain a hero, put on top of your deck, which is basically wall crawl. We've got Zion, Hear Me, +3 recruit. When you play a yellow hero, you get +1 for each yellow hero you played, including this one, so it gives you at least 1 more. And then finally, Fight Through Hell. 4 attack, has coordinate. When you coordinate this card, instead of drawing a card, put this card back into your hand at the end of your turn. Now, when you play solo, you don't gain any effects of the coordinate, so you would just discard this to draw another card. So effectively, it doesn't do what it doesn't get its full potential in solo play. But that's okay. All right. We've got Scorpion Kick for Trinity. This is her Reloaded Revolutions. 1 attack, you get +2 for play green hero. It only costs 2, which is nice. She's going to die. Her other common, 3/3. Defeat the top card of your deck. If it's your free your mind card, discard it instead. So everybody gets a free your mind card. That just must be a free card everybody gets. And that's how you activate your avatar. Huh. Okay. So instead of like getting a special card, so it's okay, that's how that must work. So like in Alien and I guess in Predator and maybe the other ones, whatever your avatar is gives you an additional card in your starting deck. But it looks like they just have free your mind and then that's the card that activates your avatar. Because your avatar I think says you add whatever to your deck. Which I think this is probably a better solution because you're not having to make a bunch of different cards, you just have one. You always told me to stay off the freeway. 4 attack, if you get +1 attack for each blue hero you've played, including this one. And then you give me Neo or we all die. 4 attack, once this turn you may gain a Neo hero from the dock. So she works well if you have Neo in your play. All right, and then we have Soren. No, ship captain, sorry. Soren's the first ship captain. So Soren, 2 attack. Once this turn, choose a player. They may defeat a card in their player area or their discard pile. I am digging these KO cards. We have Roland. Once this turn, you may heal a random strike from yourself or from a player in the same place as you, Real World of the Matrix. We have Ballard, 2 attack, coordinate. This hero does not count towards your limit coordinating 1 card per turn. Again, I don't know if that counts for solo. Okay. And then Ice, 5 attack, play a black hero, draw a card for each black hero you've played, including this one. Okay. So the effects are pretty straightforward. Where is the rest of this dude's stuff? I cannot believe this was $40. Oh, here we go. Here's Link. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out where the rest of his stuff is. Ooh. Okay. So we have Link. First common here. Gunnery. 2 attack. You get +2 against the next enemy you fight in the real world this turn. Get us out of here, Link, is his next one. 2 recruit. Once this turn, you may move up to 2 players to the real world. The uncommon is Yes. 2 attack. Choose any number of players. Choose any number of players each to draw a card. Also has coordinate. So then I have team icons. Interesting. And then Burn It Link is his rare. 3 attack. Sacrifice. Defeat all machine enemies. Alright, now we have Niobe. 2 attack, coordinate. This card can only be coordinated to a player who has at least 1 strike. Heal 1 of your strikes. Hell of a Pilot. 2 recruit. If you play a hovercraft, if you have a hovercraft in play, draw a card. Her uncommon is Infiltrate. 4 attack. If you you may scan any space. If there are no face down spaces, draw a card instead. And then finally we have Some Things Change. Her rare. 3 attack, 3 recruit. Add 1 or subtract 1 from the time track. Interesting. We've got Defenders of Zion. Lock. 2 recruit. If you play a red hero, you get +2 attack. Mifune. I don't know, is that how you say that? 2 attack. Once another, choose another player. You may defeat a card in their hand. And then if you play a black hero, once it's turn, you may defeat a card in your hand. So I don't know if it says choose another player in that context. For solo, it may not work. There's a campaign. There's a trader mode. Oh my gosh, we'll go through that in a minute. I'm like super excited about this. Like, I went into this thing pretty not knowing what's going on. We have Z, 3 attack, choose a player. You may defeat a card in their discard pile. If you play a black hero, once this turn, you may get +2 attack for each hero that was defeated this turn. And then the Kid, it's a rare, 5 attack. You may pay 1 less to recruit the Kid for each Neo hero card in play. Okay. We have Neo from Revolutions. The uncommon, or the common, one of the commons, you get +1 for each other Neo in your play area. Oh, this artwork is sick. I Can See You. You look at a face down card in the Matrix row. Play a yellow card. You may scan that space. If there are no spaces, draw a card instead. We have Go Up and Over Them. The uncommon, 4. If you play a yellow hero until the next turn, each player can't draw more than 1 strike each turn. And then, if I said Revelations, I meant Revolutions. I apologize. You cannot stop him, but I can. 5 attack. Avoid all strikes you would draw this turn. Look at the top 3 cards of the strike deck. Discard any of them. Put the rest back in any order. Okay. So before we get into those, I think... Oh, no, there's more stuff in here. That's... Okay. I'm, like, so overwhelmed. Oh, this is Digital Heroes. So these digital heroes are related to your act. So this is Act 1. We've got enemy cards. I'm not going to go through those. Events. Human enemy, machine enemy. So it's like mobile bomb here. Reveal, put this card into the real world next to your avatar. If you scanned it this turn, it doesn't strike this turn. Strike, instead of striking normally, this would explode. Defeat it and draw 3 cards. 3 strikes. Ooh. This is more this is more cards related to the axe, which I think we'll just go over once we play. This is a soldier, human strike. This enemy strike that can't be avoided. So it's just a strike. Reveal, you can't see. Oh, no, these are part of the system. Part of the system. Here strikes. No damage, discard the strike. That wasn't fast enough. The mind makes it real. So they do different amounts of damage. Goodbye, Mr. Anderson. One of you is going to die. Another player may choose to take the strike instead of you. We have here secrets revealed. Reveal the hidden hero card of any... Oh, I wonder what this stuff is. Oh, these are traitors. So I choose the Matrix. Draw. You are the traitor. Draw a card. You are not the traitor. You're not the traitor. So this must be multiplayer stuff. Huh. Assimilated Smith. Reveal. Replace your avatar with one of the... Okay. So this stuff's like for multiplayer stuff, I think. Challenge. I'm offering the truth. Okay, so let's get into some of these. We'll get into see what the bug. Here's a bug. We'll get into some of those stuff as we do playthroughs if it's applicable. But let's... Oh no, this is more related to the axe. What's the Matrix? Act 1 extra. Is this a hero? I'm so confused. Let's see. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. How many heroes are technically in here? 14? So this Neo isn't part of the hero, quote-unquote heroes. This is all over the place. Try not to make this too long. So some of the keywords, so we have digital hero, we just saw. You are able to recruit a digital hero while in the Matrix. Once it's recruited, its digital hero doesn't do anything, and then you can also recruit this hero from... You can recruit this hero also from the real world. So I wonder if you can only recruit while in the real world. We talked about sacrifice, Matrix deck keywords abilities. So above and below are some words from the Matrix deck. Some cards will tell you to put a card above a space or below a space. This means to put it off higher or lower on the playmat. Attach. Some things will tell you to attach to a space. Avoid. Clear space. A clear space is one that doesn't have anything in it. Counting cards. Defeat cards. Discarding cards. Descriptors. Getting cards next player. When you draw the... Okay, these are just like kind of just specifics. Here's some more enemies. Event cards. Now get up. Yeah, this is more of like Matrix deck stuff. Okay. Yeah, we'll get into all that stuff as we... We'll get into all that stuff as we play the game. So I'll kind of leave it there with that stuff. Holy cow. Okay, so I did want to see, so kind of the changes to setup here. So kind of just off the bat. So you start with 7 unplugged cards, 5 There Is No Spoon, and 1 Free Your Mind. So it's your 13 cards for your deck. We each have an avatar, and we have a standee. And then you have the 5 things, you have the strikes. Act cards, you're going to choose one act 1, 1 act 2, 1 act 3. And then you're going to create the deck that way. And then if you're playing, so there are cards, the system cards, part of the system. Where did we see those? Didn't I see those somewhere? I know I looked at them. Part of the system. Oh, yeah. These part of the system cards, these soldier cards, they get added in. They're kind of like the soldier cards or the drones or whatever for Alien. So if you play with 1 player, there's no part of the system. And then the more players you have, you add them in. Most acts also have some extra cards. Set these cards out of play. You will use them during the game. Zion. So it says there are 12 hero groups, each with 14 cards. You can use a build the Zion. You can use to build the Zion deck. Choose 4 hero groups at random for a total of 56 cards. For your first game, use Morpheus, Trinity, Tank, and the Nebuchadnezzar crew. Put the rest back in the box. There are 3 additional hero groups that are marked as extra in their deck. These cards don't start in the Zion deck, but might be added later in the game. So this is like this extra. Okay. This is like Oracle. Okay. The time track starts at 10. Which I think this is what this is for. This is for marking the time track. Starting the games, you shuffle and then put the 5. Shuffle Zion and put its top 5 cards in the dock. You start the game in the real world. Put your RSI on top of your avatar, which is this. RSI is, what does it stand for? Is there a word for it? Residual self-image. So this will be on top of your avatar. I guess that indicates whether or not you're in the Matrix. If you're Thomas Anderson, you start with it on the Matrix space. Each player shuffles their personal deck of 13, draw 6. Okay, that's all the same. Turn sequence is pretty straightforward. Matrix phase. At the beginning of each turn, without looking at it, put the top card of the Matrix thing. Yeah, okay, we knew that. Which is basically putting stuff across. Push anything gets out. I'm just looking to see. Moving between the worlds. Okay, so once each turn during the action phase, you may move into the Matrix or move into the real world. You may make 1 move per turn for free. However, card effects may let you make additional moves. You may move before, after, or in between playing cards from your hand. To move into the real world, put your RSI on top of your avatar. You can only spend a recruit to recruit heroes from the dock or the hovercrafts while you're in the real world. So, you move to the real world, put it on your avatar. You can only spend a recruit to recruit heroes from the dock or the hovercrafts while in the real world. To move into the Matrix, put your RSI on in the Matrix space. Okay, so that's here. Oh, you can't see it. So if you were going to be in the Matrix, you put it here. And then that must be you can only fight. So it says you can only spend attack to scan spaces, fight enemies, and complete challenges while you're in the Matrix. It says that are in the Matrix while in the Matrix. So you can only fight stuff, complete challenges, scan while in the Matrix. Some images challenges actually go into the real world. You can only fight or complete them while you're in the real world. Okay. You can also use your free move to enter the Matrix. Your operator can always find a safe place for you. However, you can only use your free move to leave the Matrix through an available telephone. There are 3 phones in the game, 1 in the alley, 1 in the subway, and 1 in the combat zone. Oh. Here we go. The phone in the alley and subway work like this as long as there's at least one of those spaces clear, meaning there's no face up or face down cards there. You can use that phone to exit the Matrix and move to the real world. If both spaces are clear, it doesn't matter which one you use. However, if neither space is clear, you won't be able to get out through the phone. Instead, you have to pay the phone, which in the combat zone, which costs 3 to exit. You can use the phone unless there are 3 or more cards in the combat zone. There are 3 or more cards in the combat zone and a card in the subway and alley. You can't leave the Matrix for free. Here's a tip to help remember using the rules. We recommend touching your RSI to the phone to show you're exiting. So important, you can only use a phone when leaving the Matrix as your free move. If a card effect allows you to move to the Matrix, you do not need the phone. Your operator has found a different exit. So recruiting, scanning, revealing enemies, those are pretty straightforward. Revealing a challenge. So, and those are also the challenge cards are part of the deck, so we'll deal with those. Event cards, how to fight an enemy, how to complete a challenge, combat zone, strikes. This part, where are the avatars? This part is your health, so that's what's going to matter. I don't know what the bullet parts are. Cleanup, inevitable cards. Each Act 3 mini deck includes one inevitable card that will be placed on the very bottom of the Matrix deck. Each inevitable card has two sides. It will tell you which side to start on. During the Matrix phase, when you start and you need to add it to the Matrix row, only if the only card left is the Matrix deck is the inevitable card, slide it to the right and pushing other cards. This probably works like the Bond stuff. Extra cards. Some acts have extra cards. They stay out of play until a card says that they need to use them. There are major and minor victories. If you make it to Act 3 at some point, you may be offered a choice. Excuse me. You can either end the game with a minor victory or continue on to try for a major victory. A minor victory is solid achievement the first few times you play, but after you get the hang of things, we encourage you to go for a major victory. There may be also times that when things are going to go rough and escaping with a minor victory is better than losing. When playing a campaign, you must major victory each film. Abilities on cards. There's coordinate here. Back to the words again. So let's see. So what are these? These are just talking about card effects. Strategy tips. Let's see here. So then it says adjusting the difficulty. You can do things. Playing through the films. So we recommend your first few plays would be the movies, so we could do that. You have Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3, the specific ones, which heroes to use, which avatars to use, and note, use the Morpheus and Trinity heroes and avatars from the Matrix. Okay. Reloaded and Revelation. So we have the first three films. Oh, trying to tell me what I can dodge bullets. Add each player's bullets to and make it harder to defeat. Okay. Then it says, make your own stories. Select any avatar you like. However, you can't have two Neos, Morpheus, or Trinity. Select any Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. Choose any 4 hero groups. Important, there must always be at least one Neo hero group during the game. You must either use... Wait. Okay, hold on. So this is mixing and matching. Select any avatar you'd like. However, you can't use 2 Neos, 2 Morpheus, or 2 Trinities as the avatars. Select any Act 1 or Act 2 and Act 3. Choose any 4 hero groups. And then it says, there must be at least one Neo hero group during the game. You must either use Act 1, What is the Matrix, which is the extra, which includes the extra card, or make sure that Zion starts with at least one Neo. There are 3 extra groups, the Neo one, the Keymaker, and Seraph, which are normally only added to Zion when certain objectives are completed. However, when making your own stories, you may include any of these groups in Zion from the beginning if you want, whether or not you're playing with related objectives. For example, you can use the Keymaker hero group. Okay, so you have a little bit of flexibility there. If you do start with any extra hero group, if you're later told to add them, you just ignore it. Okay, interesting. So playing a campaign. So in addition to playing a single game, you can play through a campaign of 3 games in a row. A campaign can either be the films in any order or making your own stories. Here are the rules. Each player selects an avatar that will use for all 3 games. You can choose someone that didn't survive in the original big screen movie, just such as Switch, or someone who wasn't in the first movie like Niobe. For using Neo, you use his Matrix avatar in the first game, his Reloaded avatar in the second, and the Revelations avatar in the third. So you'd switch through those. If Morpheus or Trinity, you would do the Matrix one and then use the Reloaded or Revelations one for the second and third game. If you're playing through the films, use acts and hero cards listed in the section. If you're making your own story, before the first game, create 3 films, making sure to use the 9 acts and the 12 hero cards, the exact ones. Each of the films must either include Act 1, What is the Matrix, or start with a Neo card in the deck, but not both. Don't use extra heroes when you set up the Zion deck. They will be added as normal. The team must win a major victory in each game to advance the next game. If the team loses a game, they may reset and try to start again with the exact same setup you started with. In other words, the campaign only ends when you win the 3rd game or if you give up. When the team wins a game, reset all players' decks, strikes, and time track. However, make the following adjustments. Each player who's defeated comes back. However, subtract 1 card from the time track for each player who's defeated. Each player who is not defeated gains scars. If you have damage greater than or equal to your bullet thing, you gain 2 scars. And if no players were defeated from the previous game, each player gets one prep turn, where you skip the matrix phase. Trader modes. If you manage to win a game a few times, you may want to try 2 different trader modes. There are only fights against others. In both modes, you'll need 3 to 5 players. Here's how it works, and it gives you that information. Fighting other players when a normal player is defeated. When the time track reads 0. Trader mode rules. Me mode. Wait, additional. Okay. Those are trader modes. Keyword reference, which is great. Okay. Well, that's going to be it. It's a very long setup. I'm still completely blown away I found this game. So, like I said, I have no sleeves for it. I'm not prepped at all to have this to play. So, I need to get that sorted out. But as soon as we do, we'll get a playthrough out. Super duper excited about this. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.